ice?
Ice.
Let's go! It's in my blood. It's in my blood. I keep on fighting. I keep on running. I keep on searching.
Alright, well, welcome everybody. We are out here on the ice. This might be our last time out. We'll see how the weather holds. But for an ending, we have quite the show to put on for you. So we have Glen Thresher with Happy Hooker, hence the display we have going right here. We're going to walk you through his product. I think it's one of the more viable auto hookers for a certain competitor that's blue and silver, if you know what I'm talking about. And so he's going to walk us through, and we're going to see how to set these up and how to tune them, and then hopefully put some fish on the ice. It was a little slow last week, but we did find some nice fish when we did find them. So with that, before we get Glen in this picture, if you could like, subscribe, share, I'd certainly appreciate it. All the support that has already been given has been awesome. So with that, Glen, if you'd mind joining me, we'll show folks what you have for us.
So what we have is our Happy Hooker, which is made in America.
Montana nonetheless.
Yes, Montana. And the method of setting it up is pretty simple. No pins to have to find a hole for. Set it up, reset the stabilizer in the front at a 45-degree angle. And these can be straight out. The rod holder comes up, stands erect, and this is the trigger portion. And it is critical to tune your Happy Hooker to your choice of fishing rod by simply putting this in here, the rod in the holder. This should be tightened up. The rear part of the trigger should be tightened up as tight as you can have it and still have your rod fire it off. And I think I'm there right now. So it's pretty tight. And then that slides under this patented trigger, and there's a sweet spot you will find that fits right there.
We'll bend that down. I'll give it a go this time.
Yep.
So you're sitting here. Make sure my line's out of the way. In. There we go.
And you can,
yeah, that's simple. That's dead simple.
If you're after perch, you can lighten up the sensitivity with this forward knob and have a very light hit, and it'll set the rod off and hook him in the upper lip.
Oh yeah, and I mean that thing, that goes.
Yeah.
The one thing, and I think I mentioned this to you before, I'm a stickler when it comes to my auto setters.
Yep.
And so when I hook this thing up,
yep,
right, and I'm not gonna set it.
Yep.
The one thing I like to see is that parabola there.
Yep.
I don't like it
tucking back. Yep. The other thing that I'd like to mention is when you're after the bigger fish, you're using a sawbelly minnow or some sort of live bait. There's a notch right here in the back trigger. That notch should be used to hold this tight, and so the action of the minnow down there doesn't set off the Happy Hooker, and therefore a good sized trout or a muskie or a northern pike will hit that and trip it, even though you're back in that notch.
Yeah, that's why I just heard one go off.
Yeah, I know it.
Now I'm all antsy, ready to go. No, it's a great product, and I appreciate you coming on. And
yes,
we're gonna hopefully showcase this thing throughout the day. If the fish are gonna hopefully play well with us. So
yep.
with that, we're gonna finish. We have a good number of these to set up, so that's kind of the name of the game today, is spread out and get some fish.
Sounds great.
Excellent. Let's get to it.
Well, it hides and multiplies. My mind will divide. Evasive.
Really what got me going on the coming up with a different trigger than the jaw jacker, because that action slides sideways,
Yep.
water hydraulics in there, freezes, and it just won't go off.
Oh, sure.
That it
Yep.
just won't go off. So I figured we need a sear type trigger, not, a sear type.
I remember when he walked in Capsule, that's what I asked. Like, oh, you must be familiar with ARs.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly the same system a lot of them use.
Yep.
Holy moly. Hey, fair.
I just want to look at this. Yeah.
That is a tank. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, fish like that, that's worth diving for. No, it was rotated around. It was on. The wind caught it. Yeah, that thing. That's a big old perch. Look at that thing. That's all.
You're gonna get some catch.
My wife likes these birds, so.
Perfect. She's gonna get that opportunity.